Second I go like this, it still works. So right now it's working.
Okay.
But
Can you just lose it?
We don't know how long for.
Can you just lose it? It's working. Okay. Get some airflow.
Hopefully that'll be like Hi, everybody. We're reconvening the meeting. I'm calling this meeting to order. This is a message for the public. The reason that we had a big pause there was that there was no sound on the recording, which you may have noticed. So we are going to proceed now. The problem seems to have been fixed. It's looking good right now. I'm dawdling just a little bit because I know we just shared the link. I want to tell everybody that sorry, trustee, sorry. I want to tell everybody that we already did call the meeting to order. We adopted the agenda and we approved the minutes. We're not going to redo that because that was done properly, even though the members of the public were watching from home may not have gotten to see it, but that was done. So we are going to move on now, except that I do want to redo the land acknowledgement because I think that's really important to do and people at home didn't get to see that. So I do want to acknowledge that we are privileged to in the Chilliwack School District, live on the lands of the traditional and unceded territory of the Stalo people, in particular the P'lalt, Chilliwack, and Samath, and that we acknowledge that Indigenous people have a unique relationship to the land on which we live, work, and play. All right, so then we are moving on to information items now, which is 2.1, Budget Advisory Committee Report. Trustee Swanky, this is where we left off before the pause.
Thank you, Chair. The Budget Advisory Committee convened on January 11th to review the amended annual budget. Those minutes are before you, and the subsequent recommendation is included in our package. I did want to highlight the committee called to order at 4:04 and adjourned at 5:43. I wanted to acknowledge and thank staff for quite a robust and fulsome report reflecting some changes in the amended budget, a positive change in the financial position of the district, and really highlighting strategic initiatives that are stemming from that benefit to the district that we can expect to see later on in our agenda. I don't believe there's anything further. Questions are welcome. Thank you.
Do any trustees have any question about the budget committee report? Seeing none, we'll move on to 2.2, which is trustee written reports. The written reports are in the package. Moving on to 2.3, BCSTA report. This is trustee Reed.
Thank you. So the report is in your package, but just to highlight a couple of things, we do have our BCSTA led leadership series coming up on January 27th, 8 to 4 at the Chilliwack Curling Club. We were asked to register before January 20th, but if you have any questions or concerns about that, you can reach out. Link and agenda were available in an email sent out by Trustee Swanky. BCSTA branch AGM is on January 29th from 5:30 to 9 p.m. Previous minutes, proposed agenda, and the registration link also available in email. Just wanted to make a note that nominations for branch exec are still open. Provincial Council is virtual this year. It's being held on February 24th. Motion deadline is tomorrow, January 24th, but I don't think anything's coming forward. I will be attending that. And then there's just something I wanted to highlight that BCSC has asked us that if we have any success stories or things that we would like to highlight within our district, you know, those emails that they do with the headlines and they tell us about all the terrible things that happen in the world, and we could highlight some successes. So I think that I put it in our package so that we would be able to maybe send something out, highlight some of the good work being done here. Also a note that the capital planning and accountability and finance and resource management learning guides are available on the portal. So one of those is new and one of those is updated. They're pretty comprehensive. I attended a training for the financial and resource management one, and it was very good. And then working groups are continuing. There's some dates noted in the package. And one more thing, a link was sent out of photos from Academy. If you missed that, because I saw it on second go around, there's some really lovely photos of the work that we're doing. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Trustee Reed. Are there any questions for Trustee Reed? Okay, seeing none, we are moving on to public participation. This is comments or questions concerning the agenda. I don't have my list, my thing that I normally read aloud, but I will tell you. So your questions or comments need to be related to items on the agenda, and you can't mention students, staff by name. Try to be vague about the locations for privacy concerns, etc. That's basically the gist of that. That being said, when you come to the mic, say your name and your relationship to the district, please. All right. So anyone who wants to speak can come to the mic. Okay, so I'm not seeing anybody who wants to speak, so there is another public participation period at the end of the agenda, so keep those questions percolating and you can come up at that point. We'll move on to action items, so we're on to 4.1, the 2023-2024 amended annual budget, first reading. Secretary Treasurer.
That one. All right, we'll put it between us.
Yep.
Okay. So you're getting a dual presentation this evening from the Assistant Secretary Treasurer, Mark Friesen, and myself. And what we're asking the board to do tonight is we're recommending the first reading for the amended budget for the fiscal year 2023-24. There have been some changes since our original budget. About that, I do want to say that this the bulk of this presentation was